Hello, this is Edith Neumeyer, and I'm the author of the book, The Mystery of Adam. I need to make a video again. It's been a while. I went on vacation. If you followed my videos, I was on vacation for 4 weeks in Germany to visit my family, my mother specifically. And I am really glad to be back home before the elections. It wasn't just the elections, but it was really because they are testing like crazy in Germany. And I'm sure they do the same thing in the States, but I think Europe, they test even more. And of course, then they're getting more and more positive cases, which I hope people understand that that's pretty normal. You cannot eradicate a virus by putting people on lockdown or by making people wear face masks. That's not what you can do to contain a virus. A virus continues. It's just, I believe this coronavirus has been in people for a long time, before they even recognized it. Before they even recognized the symptoms. These symptoms were around, but they were put under the symptoms of the flu. And so they spread very widely throughout the whole world, throughout the whole population of the world. And so most people, I would think most people, at least 1/3 of the people had that virus. Now, of course, that's a theory, and I'm going to mention that as a theory, not conspiracy. There's no conspiracy in this, okay? Nobody is conspiring. I'm not saying somebody actually created, this virus. Well, then again, if you look at, the research, there is a possibility. And again, that's a possibility. So there is a possibility that this virus, not the virus itself, but somebody may have tampered with it. But that it doesn't matter whether somebody tampered with it or not. We have to live now with the fact that this virus may be around and it may make people sick. Matter of fact, we don't even know 100% what really makes people sick a certain way, with these symptoms that they call COVID symptoms. We don't even know. I mean, has not been enough studies done. We know that people get sick, but the fact is also that we know older people get sick over 70, and people that have preconditions get or die, okay? People over 70 die. People that have preconditions die. 80% of the people who have, and we know that in the meantime, okay, there needs to be no more studies done because we are pumping out tons and tons of testing that shows clearly that at least 80% of the people either don't have any symptoms, they don't even get sick from this virus. They just have the virus, okay? They don't get sick, or they have light symptoms or just regular flu symptoms, okay? Just regular flu symptoms. I watched a video yesterday, and again, that video was done by supposedly experts of both opposite sides, but yet they don't understand still what it means, or they don't want to talk about what it means to have herd immunity. Now, people try still to avoid this topic of herd immunity. I put a whole bunch of videos on my Facebook group, Great Deceptions of the End Times. And You need to watch them if you haven't seen them yet, so you can be informed about these things. Herd immunity is when the most people in a society are immune to a virus. That's, basically, I don't need to have a PhD about immunology or whatever to understand what herd immunity is. Herd immunity is simply when most people become immune to this virus. So when they are testing, okay, and find people that are positive, but really who do not have any symptoms or who don't even get sick, really sick, or, hey, even die, then they should know herd immunity is being reached here soon, if not already. But no, they don't want to talk about that. Why? Because they want to use the information they're gathering to force their sanctions, their lockdown, their mouth covering. This interview that I just watched with a German, it wasn't German, with several people on it, they did realize, or most people on there realized, hey, this is not a dangerous virus for most people, okay? Yeah, younger people get sick too, but all these younger people, all of them acknowledged that these younger people have pre-existing conditions, okay? Pre-existing conditions. They are just dancing, they did just dance around it. So if we know that older people over 70 and people with preconditions have problems or could die, then I need to protect that population. Why then do I continue to insist that I have to lock up the general population, or that I have to force children to wear a mask? Yes, maybe children can spread the virus. That's possible. But then again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if other children get it. It doesn't matter if younger adults get it. Okay? If people, even let's say people under 60, if people under 60, or let's say people under 65, if people under 65 are not necessarily dying, okay, they just maybe go through it like a regular, like the regular flu or a bad flu, then protect that group of people or people with preconditions. Let them wear masks or let them be more protecting themselves, okay? People that are obese. But the rest of the world, just allow them, I'm looking for a blanket here because I'm cold. Just allow these people to run their regular life. But no, we don't do that. We scare people to death, okay? So therefore, I hope that whoever is watching my video, that you are informed what is going on. And if you do not have any preconditions, that you stand up for your rights. The government doesn't have a right to intervene. The government has a right to inform. That is an important thing of the government. The government should inform. It should inform people with accurate information, which we are not getting, okay? And our media, our public media, our mainstream media are feeding us lies after lies after lies. And nobody stops them. When they say that these cases have something to do with the severity or the danger of the virus, it's wrong. They say nothing about the danger of the virus. They say nothing how many people get sick. Okay, nothing whatsoever. The numbers do not show that if all these people come out positive on this PCR test, that people also get sick, have to go to the hospital, or die. It doesn't mean, these people in this interview said that very clearly, all of them, that the beds in Germany and in Austria, they're not full. They don't have to worry about it. And as we have the information now, they say, oh, this is new. No, it's not. We've had a long time. We've had over a half a year to look at the data and make logical conclusions. We don't need, what do you need? You need doctors, PhDs, people that with PhDs and still don't get the information, understand what's going on. We had, on this interview, there was a virologist, and he was a doctor in a hospital. And it seems like, what happened to his brain? He cannot evaluate the information that are out there. Either that or he's being used. He is being used to push and to push a scenario, okay, that is false. That is false. Or push a scenario that scares people. Or push a scenario that keeps the government in control. He should know, of all people, that we should have a free, the freedom to choose. But, oh no, people don't do that. But we are today not just dealing with this stupid coronavirus and the sanctions. That's what they are. They're sanctions. The sanctions the government is putting on people because they don't comply to what the government thinks the procedures are in this false, and I know it is a false pandemic because they showed it again. The numbers do not show that it is a true pandemic. Not enough people die. I don't care if they put people on lockdown, if they put people on masks. It doesn't matter. The numbers do not show that it's a pandemic. Why don't you open up everything, drop all sanctions or all mandates. That's what the word is, mandates. Why don't you just stop all mandates and see really what would happen? No, they can't do that because they know what will happen. Nothing will happen. Nothing whatsoever will happen when they open. But people continue to push these masks that, well, okay, they may help some. See, they were arguing over this mask too. Are they helpful or are they not helpful? Well, if the virus is not deadly for most people, who cares? Who cares if it's helpful or not? That is something they didn't bring out. Not even the smart people, okay, who have the accurate information and evaluate it correctly are saying it. If this virus is not deadly or doesn't affect most of the people, okay, then what do we have a mask for? Then we still should have this mask for people that are maybe more likely to get the virus. Not for people who it doesn't matter if they get the virus. Yeah, I understand. They're saying, we want to protect the vulnerable. No, that is false. That is false. Okay? That is absolutely a lie. I have to protect my own self. I know that sounds selfish, but that's the way it is. I have to protect my own self. Everybody has to protect their own self. They need to think about their own protection. Okay? Yes, I don't want to endanger a person accidentally or whatever, or purposely. Let's put it that way, purposely. But that's why we are informing people that they who are vulnerable to be careful. That's the way it is. Okay? It's not the other way around. I have to be walking on eggshells because somebody is vulnerable. That is false thinking. And I hear it over and over again that people are saying, oh, I'm trying to protect you. No, they're not. They're not trying to protect me. Okay? They're protecting themselves. They themselves are scared. They're scared. And then they're twisting things around and saying they want to protect me. No, they're not protecting me. They want to be protected. Let's say that, because the other way around is not the truth. But again, right now, people, this problem is deeper. We can argue and talk about all these mandates. The bottom line is that these mandates are implemented for a different reason. It really has nothing to do with the stupid COVID, and they're just using it. They're just using it. What they really want to do is continue to distract people from what's really going on and from the real agenda these people have. That's the bottom line. I have said that from the beginning in my videos, that all they want to do is distract us. Distract us from what? Well, you have no idea. They're trying to distract us that they are establishing their totalitarian government, world government. That's what they're trying to distract us from. They're trying to distract us from that they want total control, that they are done with letting us have freedom, because that's what it is. They allowed us to have freedom so that we can prosper, and so they can secretly establish their new world order. That's exactly what happened. In quietness, they wanted to establish their new world order. They wanted to put people to sleep. They put people to sleep with a good lifestyle. That's what they did. With a good lifestyle. Nobody was interested in getting involved into politics except the people that want to control and that they want to get more money. That's the only thing. And the regular people, they just lived their lives. They wanted to have a good standard of living. They wanted to go after their desires. That's all. That's all they wanted to do. And so they put people to sleep. And while they were sleeping, they established a world government that now is taking over control. And if you do not follow their mandates, not your freedom, okay, their mandates, they're going to give you sanctions so you will comply. That's what's going on today. Of course, in my videos, I have been talking about who is behind all this stuff. Now, is it a theory? Well, we have too many facts and too much research that shows that no, it's really not a theory. Okay, who is behind it? It becomes so obvious. Now, if you think that we're still have a democracy in the United States, I think you are wrong. We don't have a democracy. Of course, it looks right now like we have a democracy because, we have right now the right to vote. Elections are coming up. Tomorrow is the deadline for you putting in your ballot. Oh, really? And you really think you have a choice in who is going to be our next president? Really? You really think you have a choice? Do you have a choice whether you can wear a mask or not? Well, in a sense you can, but you run the risk that you're going to be sanctioned. That is right. Maybe it's not as bad in the United States, but in Europe it is. Okay? People are checking you. Even the regular people on the streets are making sure you're wearing the mask because they are afraid. They are afraid, and don't make no mistake, they are afraid. If anybody tells you to put your mask on, they are afraid. Not anybody else, okay? It's not about, I want to protect you. No, they don't care about you, okay? But I don't want to fall back on this stupid coronavirus. Let's stick with what's going on today, with this control that we are exposed to and have been exposed to for a long time. This is not the first election where we really have no voice, no freedom to choose who we want. We are given two options and two options only. And these options have been made, tasty for us. Tasty, that's what it is. Okay? They're making all kinds of propaganda about these two options. And depending on what side you're on, you're going to go for one option. There is no in between. You only have this option or this option. And of course, they are making both sides look tasty for whatever group you are. Okay? But in reality, you have no choice. You don't even have a choice between those two candidates. Now, is that again a theory? No, it isn't. It's not a theory. Why? Because we know who is behind the scene. Who is running the show? Who is running the show? Well, I have taught on this channel that there's a pyramid. And is that a theory? No, it's not. We are living in a hierarchy, in a pyramid. If you look at the dollar bill, there's a pyramid on it with the all-seeing on top. That's what we are having, a pyramid. We are on the bottom, okay? We are the common folks. We are on the bottom, okay? And above us are people that are controlling us, okay? Like local people. The local people are controlling us. They're telling us what we need to do. But these local people are again controlled by the next level of people. And then by the next level of people. Well, our governor is one of these idiots that are controlling us. Sorry, I have to use that name. Okay? I know it's not fair and it's not wonderful to call somebody an idiot. But again, you know what? Is that guy really thinking? I am not sure. He's either a puppet for the elite, and he has no idea what he's doing, or he's doing it purposely. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's not smart stuff what he is doing. But so he's the next level. Then it goes up to our government. They are nothing but puppets. Every one of them up there that are supposedly calling the shots are only puppets. We saw that with Trump. What has Trump done about this coronavirus yet? Has he given any mandates? No, he hasn't. He sat there and allowed Fauci to run the show. Okay? That's what he has done. Or the CDC run the show. If he's the president, the CDC should be only a vehicle for him to make decisions and not let them run the show? Why is he allowing the CDC and Fauci to run the show? I don't understand it. Well, I do understand it. It's because there are people even higher than the president that are calling the shots. So who is next calling the shot? Who? It's not Fauci, really. It's not CDC. Is it the World Health Organization? Or should we stay on another level? Who is really in charge of putting these precedents in place in the next level? Well, it's the people with the money, because the people with the money, they are supporting the plan that is going on worldwide. The people with money, they are buying the presidents. They're making sure that our media is preaching the right things. They are manipulating the masses in the right way. So they make it look like we actually have two parties and we actually have a choice. That is what they're doing. The people with money are financing this dog and pony show. Okay? Who is it? We know who is on top. We know that. We know the people that have the money. Okay? I'm not going to name any names right now, but we should know. Okay? Again, go to my Facebook group. I'm posting a lot of information there that shows you clearly who is in charge. Who are the most wealthy people? The 1% that own maybe 90% of America? Those are the people that make the decision on the upper hierarchy. Upper. Now, they're not way up on top. Make no mistake. They're just way further up than the president. And they make the decision. Well, they are given the information that then they will enforce on the population. It's the people with money. But where do they get the money from? How did they get the money they acquired? Because they were in position. They were in position, or they were allowed to become, or they were allowed to get into the positions they're in. Now, that level up there also includes all the politicians, okay? All the politicians that are bought, that are running our country. Now, who is that? Some people say, oh, it's the Zionists. The Zionists are running this country. Well, right now I see one of the presidents or candidates, president candidate Biden, being a Catholic. And I think that's important to know. Trump being chosen by the Catholics to be the president, even if they act like, oh, Trump has nothing to do with the Pope. No, false. That's false. Okay? He is very much in cahoots with the Catholics. Now, whether it be the Pope or the Bishop of New York, or whether it be with the Jesuits, it doesn't matter. The Jesuits are running our government. Now, is that conspiracy? I don't know. I mean, it's just a fact. It's a fact. Really? Is it a theory? No, it's not a theory. Okay, we know it. I just mentioned these people. Look at our Supreme Court. They were acting like, oh, you know what? Trump shouldn't be putting in the next Supreme Supreme Court judge. But yet, who did he put in there? He put in not an evangelical. He put in a Catholic judge. a Catholic judge. Okay? Now, what is the percentage of Catholic in the United States? Not very high. So you mean you couldn't find a Protestant judge to be put in there? It probably doesn't matter anyways. It's either a Catholic or a Mason, which all finally bow down to the same person. So who is this final person? Or it's not even the final person, but who is the next person up the ladder? That's the papacy. Whether it's the Pope or whether it's the Black Pope, it doesn't matter. It is going up the ladder. And who is way on top? Who is that all-seeing eye? Okay? How many times do I have to tell you who that all-seeing eye is? It is, of course, Lucifer. Okay? Who is running the show? I have said that over and over again. And people don't want to wake up. People don't want to wake up with this corona crisis that we're having. And it is a crisis. We can call it a corona crisis. It's a false pandemic. It's a hoax. It's a second 9/11. That's what it is. And there is no conspiracy about that or that it is a theory. It's the way it is. Now, if you want to call it a theory, a conspiracy, you can. But it is facts. That's what's going on, people. We are being used because they want to establish their own world order. World order. It's not just in one country. It's not anymore in just the United States. The United States has been put under control of the Jesuits for a long time. We've had information about that. If you follow, again, my Facebook group, you will find a lot of information about that. And all you have to do is put things together. Put one and one together. And that will not give you anything but two. And if you're collecting this information and put it together, you will come to the same conclusion. And it is nothing theory. It is facts, 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 facts. We are not voting for any president. Okay? It doesn't matter. I want to say, I hope Trump will make it again. Why? Because one side is harping on implementing stricter measures. Biden is implementing stricter measures, stricter control over something that is not even a problem. And the other person is saying, oh no, you know what? He has a more clearer head about, or actually he's coming out with a clearer head about this subject. So of course, what am I saying? I will go with the person that is supporting my views, what I see, the facts that I am collecting. So yeah, I would say, oh, I'm going to go with Trump. But I know that Trump is just as much a puppet of this whole order. And the order, or the new world order, or the system, is going to continue with its plan to dominate the world. And I'm talking about domination. I mean total control. That's what I'm talking about. And they will get it, no matter what Trump says. They may use Trump simply to make people believe that they have an option. Okay? And that's what I believe the Trump is for. But in reality, as we have seen this past 4 years, he really has nothing that he can, push. He's not pushing anything. He is not getting his agenda. What is his agenda? His agenda is simply to stay popular and stay president, and have certain control, have money. That's all he's interested in. Okay? He's not interested in making your life better. No. He's not in for the people. Trump never was in for the people. So anyways, if you haven't been voting yet, I guess maybe this will help you understand what's going on. If you have voted already, please keep your eyes open, because you will see that no matter who is going to be the president, okay, the agenda will continue. That's just the way it is. Nothing will change. Nothing. Now, what can change is maybe what state you're in that is dominated by what kind of, party. But at the end, it doesn't matter. At the end, the push will continue for the vaccine. That's what they want to push. They want to push vaccination. Okay? Because that's what they make money with. That's why they get so powerful. Okay? That's what Trump already invested his money in, is the vaccine, because he knows that's where he gets, his wealth from. So make no mistake, the end goal is the vaccine. The end goal is total, absolute control over your life. You are nothing but a little cockroach. Okay? You are nothing but a little cockroach in their eyes. Not in my eyes, but in their eyes. The people that are up controlling us. The person that makes it to the top has that thinking, or else he would not be up in a control position or a lead position if he wouldn't have that attitude. Anyways, I'm coming to an end. Please, people, wake up. This is important. We're living in a very dangerous time. Of course, not just politically, but also spiritually. Spiritually, we are right now so deceived, okay, that we need to wake up. We need to read our Bible. We need to only read our Bible. That is the most important thing. I haven't even said anything today, about the Bible. But this is just one more thing I have to say. Read your own Bible. Do not listen to anybody. Do not listen to anybody. Okay? You need to come to the conclusion what the Holy Spirit tells you. Always let the Holy Spirit guide you.